Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Matthew.
Welcome to this week's episode of PCTV Magazine. On our show today, we have Inside the Habit, your daily dose of Dominican advice, as well as Student Congress Harlem Shake and Friar Update.
We also have PCI, your #1 source of sports analysis, and an entertainment piece that really brings social media to life. But first, we're heading over to Melissa Bryan, who has a story about the contentious regulations of parietals.
Hi, this is Melissa Bryan for PCTV News, and today we're going to be discussing parietals. According to the Providence College Catalog, parietals are part of our Catholic and Dominican identity. The handbook says that parietals are anchored in a concern for the safety, security, and privacy needs of the students, and it is shaped by the Catholic and Dominican mission of the college. We all know that friends of the opposite gender have to leave buildings by midnight on weekdays and 2 a.m. on weekends. This policy is most strictly instilled in the freshman doors such as Raymond Hall, McVinney, Guzman, and McDermott. There was a recent change in policy, as before this change, students could sign in their friends on their own, but now students and their friends have to hand their PCIDs to the door monitor, and the door monitor signs them in.
We have parietals because it promotes a safe and comfortable environment for all residents, so that way there's a set time that boys or girls will have to leave either dorm, so that way there's no issues amongst roommates.
I think it helps just with the morale on the floor. If you have a guy in your room and your roommate wants to sleep, they know that at 12 o'clock they can go to bed.
But are these policies really doing their jobs of providing safety for students at PC? Let's see what some RAs and door monitors have to say.
It's more about safety in the other dorms. It's not really a big issue. I didn't feel restricted in where I could see my friends.
I don't think it makes it more fun to really sneak around. I think the RAs do a really good job with monitoring it and doing surveillance. And I also think that there's really no need. You can still do everything you want to do. You just really write your name down.
Some anonymous student says that they believe parietals don't ensure safety because some students will go as far as sneaking in buildings through high windows to avoid the door monitors. A recent article by Matt Smith, a freshman here at PC, looked at parietals in a different light and questioned whether or not parietals really uphold our values as a Catholic college. Matt believes that, quote, parietals promote the antithesis of Christian sexual values in that they promote hookup culture. Is PC really unknowingly encouraging this kind of lifestyle? Providence College is obviously always looking out for the best of its students, but are parietals really the best way to do this? This is Melissa Bryan for PCTV News, signing off.
Thanks, Melissa. It's always great to get people talking about important issues like that.
Yes, and that issue in particular is so relevant on a campus like this one that has such a strong Catholic tradition. And speaking of strong Catholic traditions, let's check out Father Cuddy in this week's segment of Inside the Habit.
The season of Lent is a time of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. It's a time when we return to the Lord and renew our relationships with Him and with one another. And a big part of the Lenten observation is that we go to confession. We get reconciled to God. Now, this can be a terrifying thing, even for those of us who have gone through it and go to confession with some regularity. All of us get the sweaty palms and we get nervous. I myself sometimes am tempted to change my voice, speak with an accent, or speak in a higher or a lower register. But the fact is, what's waiting for us on the other side of the sacrament, God's mercy, His love, His forgiveness, that restoration to grace is so much bigger than even the largest sin. Don't let anything keep you away from the sacrament and the gift that God wants to give you. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter if you don't know the prayers by heart. Just come back. Don't let fear keep you from receiving the great gifts that God wants to give you in these days leading up to Easter.
Thanks, Father. Gee, I wonder what he thinks about the new Pope.
Well, he is a Jesuit, but I'm sure they'll get along just fine.
Viva el Papa!
Now let's move on to athletics, followed by Congress Harlem Shake.
Welcome to Friar Update. I'm Sarah Davis.
And I'm Umar Malik. We start with Providence College men's basketball, where last week the Friars dropped a heartbreaker to UConn by the score of 63-59 in overtime. Kadeem Batts recorded a double-double, and leading Big East scorer Bryce Cotton only had 9.
The Friars will start their Big East tournament play with a rematch with Cincinnati at noon on Wednesday, March 13th at the Garden. Providence's Bryce Cotton received all Big East first-team selection, while Kadeem Batts was named co-most improved player.
Now to the Lady Friars, who finished their season with a loss to Georgetown in the Big East tournament 81-61. Tori Rule recorded a career-high 35 points, where she set the single-game Big East tournament record with 10 three-pointers.
To the ice now, men's hockey dropped their final game of the regular season against UMass Lowell 4-1. Freshman goaltender John Gillies was named Rookie of the Month of February, as well as Co-Defenseman of the Week. The Friars will host for the first time in 20 years a home playoff game against New Hampshire, March 15th to the 17th.
The Lady Friars beat New Hampshire in the quarterfinals 5-4 in overtime, then lost to BU in the semifinals with a score of 4-0. I'm Umar Malik.
And I'm Sarah Davis. Thank you for tuning in.
Con los
the Harlem Shake.
Wow, I've never seen anything like that before.
I know, it's so great to see Congress working so hard to shake things up on campus.
You got any more puns?
No, I'm done.
Okay, well, now we're moving on to PCI, the latest in in-depth sports coverage.
Pardon the interruption. My name is Bridget Stack.
And I'm Angelo Marciano.
And I'm DJ Anderson.
And this is Providence College Interrupted. To start the show off, we're going to discuss the Big East Tournament, which starts tonight, March 12th. This is the last time the Big East Tournament is going to be as we have known it for the past few years, with the same 14 teams there. Tomorrow night, Providence College faces Cincinnati in their first game of the Big East Tournament. What is your predictions about that, Angela? Do you think Providence is going to do well and beat Cincinnati?
Well, Bridget, I think PC has been going on a roll these last 8 games. They just lost recently to UConn, but prior to that, this team was on a hot streak with Bryce Cotton and Kadeem Batts scoring the majority of their points. And I think they're going to play Cincinnati, like you said, and they took care of them at home a couple months ago when the team was on their hot streak. And I think we match up pretty well with them. And who knows, Bridget, we can make a run in this Big East tournament, get a berth to the NCAA, because magic can always happen at Madison Square Garden.
That is very true. How do you think they're going to fare, DJ?
Yeah, I mean, going off a lot of what was just said, we are obviously riding a hot streak, and I think one of the only problems for this Cincinnati game is that a lot of Providence's strength down the stretch has been the guard play with Cotton and Council, and they're running into a tough matchup since he's got 2 really good guards in Kashmir Wright and Sean Kilpatrick. And I mean, if there's anything to look at as a serious strength for Providence, it's been LaDontae Henn and Kadeem Batts just providing matchup problems for everyone we faced. It's a tough matchup. Henn's as good of a rebounder as anyone in the Big East, and he's been proving that as of late. And I just really think those two are going to give Cincy a tough matchup.
That's the show for tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, Matt, I have a joke for you. What do you get when you cross a sheep and a kangaroo?
I think I've heard this one, but tell me.
A sweater with big pockets.
Let me tweet that one.
And while you're doing that, we'll move on to our Twitter-minded entertainment piece. This is College Apps.
You have a message from PCTV. Welcome to App University.
Spring break 2013 in 2 words: sunblock and shots. Spring break was pretty cool.
Hey guys, look at my feet.
Wow, so
Right?
cool.
Right?
That's like so deep.
If studying was sleeping, I'd be a friggin' genius right now. Hashtag cramming.
OMG, I need espresso. Strong city. Hashtag cramming.
Wish I could go tanning in the library. Hashtag cramming.
I hate these effing bitches. Like, who even argue? I hate this place. Hashtag cramming. Hashtag sucks to suck. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Hashtag get me out. Hashtag Hunger Games. I can't do this anymore. I literally can't. I honestly can't.
What's the issue?
How many more times do we have to have this conversation? Literally.
Which
tell me.
time? You talk
2,
all
3,
the time.
4, 5
I'm
times.
just trying to do my chips.
Whoa, what's going on with you guys? What's with the, are you single? Is it complicated? What's your relationship status? What's happening right now?
Honestly. Like,
I wanna hear it.
literally-
You want a chip?
No, I don't want a freaking chip. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? No. You know what? You enjoy your chips. Enjoy them. They're so delicious. Really great. Honestly, I can't
This
do
is
this anymore.
intense.
At Taylor Swift, looks like these two need a breakup song. Hashtag awkward.
Hashtag awkward.
I know you've been talking to other girls. You've been so sketchy lately. Like, I know you have been.
You mean like this photo of you and Amy Smith hanging out on March 23rd? In the park. All afternoon.
Seriously?
They liked each other's statuses.
Amy Smith?
That's not me.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait, but that's you.
No, that's my
Oh, okay. Really? You were so full of it. You're honestly so full of it. Think I'm stupid? How many more times can I have this conversation?
Look, I'm tired of talking.
Great, then do something about it. Then do something about it, honestly. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I literally can't even do this anymore.
Oh my god, I watched the Rain Against 3 times last week.
Time.
Oh my god, tell me. How many more times do we have to have this conversation? That's it. I've had it.
Happy birthday.
That was really cool. Hashtag winning.
I thought so too, but now it's time to sign off.
Indeed it is. Everybody have a lovely, safe St. Patrick's Day. And enjoy this music video, The Sounds of the Setting Sun.
Goodbye, Friars.
Goodbye.
I don't have time to wait around until the spark reignites. Separate what you've done and what you do. So let me down so slowly into the depth where it's nice and cozy. What's the difference if I don't or if I do? But now I don't know what to say. Because the sunrise, it takes you away. Not afraid, just alone. There's a melody inside these bones. Connect the dot, draw the line. I'll make excuses and pretend that I control these thoughts. Let them go and never let them stop. I can make this go away. My inconsistency is making me sane. It calms the water to the storm in my brain. I can wait till it goes away. And all of the things that look in your eyes, it just feels too right to be wrong. I search all my life, I wait till the sand turns to stone. 'Cause at the end of the night, the sun always finds its way home. Searching and losing myself. I keep searching and searching and losing myself. I keep searching and searching and losing myself. Why do I get the feeling I'm somebody else? Why do I get the feeling I'm somebody else? Why do I get the feeling I'm why do I get the feeling? 'Cause at the end of the night, the sun always finds its way home. And that look in your eyes, it just feels too right to be wrong. I search all my life, I wait till the sand turns to stone. 'Cause at the end of the night, the sun always finds its way home.